Hey everybody, welcome back to Questing Mayhem episode 6. Now, I shot about an hour-long video, but the camera crapped out somewhere towards, the 50-minute mark and corrupted the file, so I had to restart. You didn't miss much. I opened 2 isohedrons, which one gave me the bag of holding that I wanted, and the other one gave me something else, so I think a set of iron armor. And, I went through some of the things I did. I opened probably 6 or 7 of the loot bags. I didn't get anything really to talk about. The biggest things were, one of the isohedron. Okay, a chance cube opened up and it turned into the marble pillared isohedron thingy. And when I went to break the quartz pillars, it struck me with lightning, and Luggage was standing by me, so he got struck by lightning, so now he can hold more. So now, I made this backpack from the Tinker's Construct, which I filled it full of Skystone, which I found 2 meteors, and I like to build with this material, so I filled this up with that and some other odds and ends. Long story short, you missed quite a bit, and then I lost like a 50-minute video, so we're gonna start from here. You missed a lot, but then there's a lot of boring parts. I decided to go on an adventure because I went and did. I'm trying to wait till daylight to go explore that thing and then that thing over there. Less mobs to deal with. But I did go and like in here I got the quests for the zombies and stuff like 2 times. The hearts only count if you are on hardcore mode, and I'm not, so it's not important. In here I did. What did I do in here? I did the 2 upgrades. I did all of the extra utilities pipes. Trying to interrupt me. And I did the blast furnace, the coal coke, and the steel on this side over here. So I did these upgrades, all this, and that's where I got all the isohedrons and stuff from that we opened up on the corrupted video. But like I said, the only thing to really talk about that was any good is I got a second bedrockium drum full of water and the bag of holding. And that's the only thing I got that was really useful. I did all of these finally. This mod, I said it was really fantastic. I really like it, but it's really annoying too. So I mean, it's a love-hate relationship. But I did complete all these, and I'll work on these probably off camera as well, because really all it is me standing there with a watering can for like 20 minutes per seed, and then eventually I get them all, and then that's it. That's how I did this. I set up a 3x3 square, and spent about 20 minutes and nailed out 1 or 2 of them at a time, and eventually, I got them all. It's fairly easy, to be honest, but it's still annoying. But the biggest things were the backpacks and the bedrockium drum, and there was a lot of catch-up stuff, because I did like all those different tubes, but as well I did I made a bunch of the aggro craft plants from the Pam's mob crop drops. Okay, you can die now. Jeez, what is going on? Okay. But the Pam's mob crop drops is an add-on to Pam's harvest craft that you can do certain mob drops and turn them into plants. So I have unlimited ender pearls, unlimited bones, and unlimited blaze powder. I did find, I'm not sure if I told you, I found 2 meteors and I found 1 tree. Ooh, that's useful. That could be useful. I found 2 meteors and I found 1 tree. The meteors had the calculation presses and whatnot, and the tree had a few interesting things, but nothing super awesome. This might have a chest underneath it, I'm not sure. That looks like a big old no. Oh well. So we're gonna head over to this thing now that it's getting on to daylight. See what's in these chests. I haven't been here yet. One of the things that you guys missed is I think I may have saw a chance cube, but I didn't go to it because it was across the water and I didn't feel like... Are these the same? These are the same. I think I already have one. I'm going to grab one just in case. I don't know what that is, but I want it. Take that. Take that. I guess like I said, I have unlimited ender pearls. So, there's no worries there. Bucket stack, so we'll take all those. And I should have dimlets. I thought I had dimlets in something, but I guess not. And I was like, this is done. So like I said, I thought I saw a chance cube. I didn't go for it, because I figured it would be... There's not really anything a chance cube has to offer to me, to be honest. I opened them on camera because I figure something funky might happen and catch it on camera and people will like it. But honestly, chance cubes that's pretty much all they are. You know, they're good attention getters or whatever. So, I don't know if I mentioned, like, I'm trying to recap everything from before, but I think I don't know if I'm getting it all, for the most part, but, a lot of this, can I compress? Probably not. Is there compressed skystone? I started this adventure because I got tired of planting plants, and whenever... No, there's not a compressed version, I don't think. But I got tired of doing the whole plants thing. I needed to get out and do something else, so I decided to go pick flowers. I wanted to get into Botania because Botania has a rudimentary source of flight, as well as the magnet ring, which is the only magnet in the pack. So I decided to come out and gather flowers and hopefully find a dungeon. But to be completely honest, in that hour video that got corrupted, the only thing I really did and was went through the different things I found, opened up the different chance cubes, isohedrons, and loot bags that I had, and did half of an adventure, and literally I found nothing. Like, one of the great wood trees with a chest underneath, 2 meteors, and I've just been gathering flowers this whole time. This structure we're going to now, and that one we're just at, are the only 2 structures I found. I didn't find so much as like a village, or even one of those houses that were back there. Like, all this is just stuff that we just found on camera. I went over 1,000 blocks-ish that way. Yeah, that way. And there was, like, nothing. I have a marker back there, because that's an extreme hills biome, and there is a stupid amount of gravel. So I'm going to head back over there at some point and harvest all that gravel to sift and get more resources. Because that was another thing that happened. I went through a bunch of the resources that I acquired while I was working on the other stuff. But, like I said, you know, hopefully if we make it back before 2 hours or so, then I'll show you guys some of the stuff that I've accomplished. I ate all the pumpkin pies. So I'm using watermelon smoothies now, or melon smoothies, mostly because all it takes is a juicer, a snowball, and, you know, fruit of choice. And I decided that that would be a reasonable food to carry around with me, that it heals like 3 bars of hunger. So it's not as good as steak or pumpkin pie, but it's different. Something different. That's it. It's something different to carry around. And I'm really hoping I didn't start up this episode thinking that we're gonna have this whole thing to explore and there'd be nothing here, because that would be really kind of upsetting. And why are these not going into my flower bag? What's the point of having the floral bag if it doesn't automatically pick them up? I kind of want to keep a hold of the eggs. I can care less about that. I could pop out my new luggage dude. I think that might be what I'll do. Show, because this is pretty much full. So let's pop him out here. See, he got double storage because he got hit by lightning. That is so freaking cool, by the way. We're gonna let him there. I'm gonna go into here. And we're gonna fill this up with whatever I can fit in here. And then I think I'm gonna throw him the various items that I can't fit in there. Because the other my other backpack is pretty much full with full stacks of skystone. So, I mean, I'm not thinking too much is going to come from that. That looks like that's about everything here. I think I'm going to grab these books, because I'm going to be making an enchanting table very soon to get that achievement. I might as well go all out. I was hoping this was a whole dungeon, but this looks like another disappointment. Crafting tables, but no chests. Yeah, looks like another disappointment. I guess we could wander our way back over and see if that was a chance cube, but I really don't want to. Man, I can't believe that. I thought there'd be something to explore in this pack, with all the quests and stuff. When it actually comes down to it, it's kind of like this is like a vanilla. This is pretty much vanilla, just with a better quest line. I guess the overall world stuff is pretty much like vanilla. There's not a lot of modded creatures, there's not a lot of modded builds, but there's a lot of technology mods and stuff. I think we're just gonna take the long way back towards the house, and that's just gonna be the my approach, and maybe finding something else new. I'm not gonna go see if that was a chance cube, because like I said, I think the best thing you can get from the chance cube is that sword that has times 10 unbreaking and times 10 sharpness, the divine blade, and honestly it's not really that good, not in modded. I mean, in vanilla, yeah, it's god tier, really nice sword, but in modded, it's not really that great. Are there some things you can get that are useful? Yes. But the likelihood of getting something useful and the likelihood of getting smashed by an anvil, there's not, it's kind of one-sided a little bit. I feel that there is a much greater chance of getting smashed by an anvil than getting something useful. The white flowers were one thing that I was looking for the whole first half of the video that got, deleted. And then as soon as I got off camera and I mined up almost an entire meteorite, I walked around the corner and found a little patch of white flowers, which was kind of cool, but of course it happened off camera, so it made me look like a big fat cheater. But then I just found some right there, so even if I cheated, it doesn't matter because it's legit now. But no, I didn't. I rarely cheat. in most games. I mean, there do come times where it's like, so like earlier, another episode that got ruined. It was only 8 minutes, so you didn't miss anything on that one, except me dying. But I went to set up the camera, and my game didn't pause, and I walked off the edge of my base, and I drowned it when the camera was loading, and it was all the way at the bottom of the ocean, and I was going to cheat to get my stuff back, but then I was like, oh, do you know what, I can use the doors method, and I put a door down to get some air, and managed to get my stuff back. Died like 3 or 4 times, though. But I said if I didn't do it the next time, I was gonna cheat it in. I was gonna go into creative mode and go get my stuff back, but I managed to get it back without cheating, which makes me pretty happy. Because if I can manage without cheating, here's the thing. Unless you're a scumbag that's trying to do something that's like, you know, to make yourself look good or ruin somebody else or something, there's no point playing a game if you're gonna cheat. Like, the game is supposed to be challenging, and you're not supposed to cheat. But, I mean, in some instances I can understand it, but in most cases, there's not really a good reason for it. Like the old Grand Theft Auto tank cheat, whatever that, I don't remember what it was, because I wasn't a big Grand Theft Auto fan, but that's besides the point. But like, why? It takes away from kind of the fun of the game, which in some cases it adds to the fun of the game too, depending on the game. But like I said, why cheat if I don't see? Sometimes guys spawn from these, but it doesn't look like that they're showing up, which is good because the guy that spawns from that is actually fairly tough. I don't even remember what I was actually talking about. Something about cheating. The reason I'm so adamant about it is because, you know, some people that do YouTube channels, like, I don't know, you can tell when they act like it's legit, and it's really not. And sometimes I can understand why they do it, because if you're a professional YouTuber, if what you do... That was weird. I don't want that. If what you do is play Minecraft, you know, 5 days a week or 6 days a week, and you're playing mod packs over and over again, and you get a lot with, let's say, for my favorite example, immersive engineering. If you actually play that legit, you need a freaking medal, because the amount of iron and steel you need to get is ridiculous. Straight up ridiculous. So, the people that go and actually play that legit, I actually think you're dumb for not cheating. But then the people that, like, you know, cheat in, like, super god-tier weapons and make it look like, you know, like some thumbnail status, like, oh, look what I found fighting, you know, a zombie on Mars. I got, you know, a 40 damage sword. Like, no, you didn't, dude. No, you didn't. You cheated it in, and then you pretended like you didn't to get a thumbnail because, you know, your life sucks that bad that you have to clickbait people. But, you know, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, this episode probably is going to be all that entertaining, because the big thing I wanted to do turned out to be a bust, and all the good parts from the last episode got deleted, so, you know, I guess just have to take it for what it is. I mean, I can at least drag another 20 minutes just out of, like, re-showing you guys the, what I did at the base, because I did a lot at the base. It won't really seem like much when I get there, but honestly, I did a lot. Is this broken? What is on this? Is that knockback? I think it's got the knockback upgrade. It did. That's awesome. I knew we were getting close to the house because there's this thing. And I must have done this... I must have done this from the chance cube. Because... something happened that an entire chunk got, like, thrown up into the sky. So, like, that whole chunk right there is up in the sky. And it wasn't like that before, and I don't know how it got like that. And I kind of want to go check it out, but I'm not going to. Now, we're only 300 blocks from the base, so I'm going to make a quick little detour. I'm going to run over to the edge of here and see if there's anything overlooking that direction that might be useful. Like, something to explore, that would be fun. I mean, we could go and check out more of the Nether Fortress, but... to be honest, that's really freaking vanilla. Like... The best thing that could possibly happen in another fortress that isn't vanilla is that I find a chest with modded items in it. And that isn't that great. There are some different plants in the Nether I wouldn't mind collecting, but it appears that there is a few of those plants in the overworld. The rotten flesh thing I just hit. I got a piece of rotten flesh for breaking a plant. That's one of them, I'm pretty sure. And then I saw the eyeball plant in another on the beach by my house. Not killing no more cows. That's another thing we went on this adventure for. I killed probably, I don't know, a lot of cows. Like 2.5 stacks of beef worth of cows. I could easily kill more and probably use it, but I think I'm just gonna save some space for something else. I need the lava, or yeah, lava. The leather more than anything. Okay, this is certainly a structure. Am I lagging again? That's awesome. This is like another broken down thing. It's probably not going to have anything in it. You know what mod pack is this from? Because this is in, I've been watching Lantacraft's Crazy Craft series, and it seems that that structure and that other structure I was just in are in there. And there's nothing to them. They're just structures that exist. Decoration, break up the monotony of the situation, but ultimately they're just eyesores, to be completely honest. The thing that bothers me is I was probably, I don't know, I probably went on a radius of 1,000 blocks the entire way around my base. I didn't find one single village. Not one. And that makes me kind of worry that maybe there's something wrong with the world gen, and I hope not, because this mod pack, for being an older one, is pretty cool. I'm kind of digging this one. I would love to see what it would be like if it was, you know, if everything got updated, and they added something worth exploring in the overworld. Would be kind of cool. But I mean, all in all, this is a pretty good mod pack thus far. For if you're looking for something questy, but not like set in stone that you have to do that, not skyblocky, but you know, questy all the same. And you're looking for something that's like that still lets you like free roam. Like, this is a good pack. But if you're looking for something that's like full on exploration, I can make a couple better suggestions than this one. If you're looking for something that's full on questing, I can probably come up with quite a few better suggestions as well. But if you're looking for a nice balance, I mean, this is pretty on the money. Roguelike Adventures and Dungeons and Survival Stories and Tech Gun Zombies would be other ones that are on, like this one. And Tech Gun Zombies and Survival Stories are probably my favorite, but Roguelike Adventures and Dungeons has some perks too. Yeah, angry zombie, yada yada. Nobody likes you if you don't have treasure. That's the problem with my world. Nobody likes me because I don't have treasure. If if I had a big box or a big chest full of gold or items that can teleport you places, I think I would have more friends. But unfortunately, is fortunately it's not a video game. Okay, you guys are getting annoying. Why are there so many of you? And what are you trying to pull? What is your goal here? Now, it appears that one thing I'm going to try to do is make it back to my base. It's 400 meters away, and I do not have a boat. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a boat. If you would understand why I had crafting tables if my game didn't freeze and ruin everything. I wonder if that's the same angry zombie and he followed me all the way over here. I don't know. That's a good question. But I ended up making more crafting tables because I put one in my Botania area, and I put one in my Thaumcraft area, and I just had a couple extra I left on me, just in case. For some reason that well, more or less, I didn't feel like putting them away. And that's... there we go. And that's pretty much the whole story for that. And I just threw my backpack, so I was like, you know what, there might be a chance that I'll need a crafting table out on my adventure, which happens more often than not, but, I mean, I don't always carry one with me because it seems to be a minor inconvenience. Excuse me, that wasn't me. I'm glad to see our little dude is still there. Glad to see he didn't get covered in molten liquid or drowned by the dome of doom, or teleported up into, Never Never Land. I'm just gonna crash. Okay, I was gonna say I'm just gonna crash the boat to the side, but it already happened. Something about the boats in this are laggy too, and it's the boats in particular because it's just like, oh, yep, you just crashed. I'm out in the middle of a lake, and all my boat parts are on the shore, but I'm in the middle of the lake. I'm not sure what causes that, but that's an interesting glitch. Okay, so I don't overly want to work on putting everything away right now. So I'm just gonna do a little show and tell. Where's my book here? So I didn't delve into the new quest line yet. I figured we'll start that together, which we're probably gonna, if things can go according to plan, we'll probably get into that very soon. But I did all the flower ones. I did... we already did this, didn't we? We did already do this. I set up this little area for the flower gardens. And I set up... I'll show you my unlimited Ender Pearl, Blaze Rod, and Bone farm. I used AgriCraft, the little sticks and stuff, to get better stats on my seeds. So you can see everything's above a 5. So what that means is it has a strength of 5, which I guess means it's easier to get clippings from to transplant it. It has a gain of 5, which I think increases the amount of stuff you get from it. Not by the... Like, if I break this, I'm not going to get 5 bones, unfortunately. But I get, like, 2 or 3 instead of 1. And then growth is how fast it grows. So I have all these at 5s. I decided that I was going to do these until every stat was a 5 or above. So this is a 5 and 2 7s, and this is an 8 5 7, and they're all the same because I took clippings from all of them except for this guy's a 5 5 6 because I took the clippings from the wrong plant. Aside from that, my Botania area is doing its Botania stuff, and my Thaumcraft area is doing its Thaumcraft stuff. I don't think I did too much more interesting. Like I said, I made every cable that I was supposed to. Shabam, all the cables. Oh, that was something else we got that was kind of cool. I got another augment out of one of the things, and I got the anvil needle gun ammo. That's kind of cool too. I've been processing everything. I figured out how to use the clock appropriately, so now there. I just like process things out. I processed everything into nuggets that was in here, so I could start like a fresh slate, so to speak. And this thing has been doing gravel for a long period of time. One of the things I plan to change, which I very well may do this episode, considering how things went with last episode, as long as it doesn't get corrupted again, because that's gonna get on my nerves pretty quick. But it seems like this here doesn't really, like, the amount of power this produces, this line can't handle it. So this internal buffer bar will fill up like as fast, like faster than this will fill up. So I'm thinking about putting an input back here, like having this an input, and putting a medium voltage connector here and a medium voltage connector on here. I just have this one transfer power all on its own in one thing, and then have these two work on the other one, because this guy does like 40 RF a tick for a very long period of time, and then this guy does like 40 RF a tick. I think maybe 80. So those two will do 120, and this thing can do 256. The low voltage connectors, and I'm not sure what he can do maxed out, but obviously it's more than 256. So we gotta work all that out at some point. But I think that pretty much covers it. Like I said, I got some of the Skystone things. That's pretty exciting. But let's see if we can clear some of this out. Oh boy, let's hit the trash can real quick. I'm gonna get rid of this. We'll keep the eggs. So we'll get rid of the dirt. I have plenty of dirt. And I think that should about do it. And let's get all this stuff here. And this can go here. Here, I got some string. I got two drawers of Skystone and probably 2 more drawers worth in my backpack. I'll have to get all that taken care of. What else can go in there? Was my string drawer full? It is. Alright, that's gonna get annoying too. I gotta make a... Let's get all this out of here. Let's get all these out of here. Great wood. I think we're getting close to filling that up. So we'll put the rest of that in here to be turned into charcoal. Because I don't think I'm going to need more than 16 stacks of great wood. I think that's a pretty good amount. So we'll turn all that into charcoal. Dark oak wood, it can have a drawer. And we'll put it right here, I guess, for the time being, till I sort all that out. Let's put away all this here singular junk that I need to find a place for at some point. So I think we can make a drawer for leather. We have a drawer for that. That can go somewhere. This can go. Take these guys out of here. They got a home somewhere. And I think that's pretty good for right now. Let's hop into here and we'll grab the leather we have in here. So that it all goes to a good place, right? Yeah. It all goes to a new designated home. I'm hoping I didn't double up on presses because, it looks like I did. I got the logic press twice. Oh no, they're different. Cool. Okay, so we got 3 different ones. Cool. That's awesome. And we might as well just, like, plop that there. The Skystone chests have 9 more inventory slots than a normal wooden chest, if you guys were wondering. I'm not sure how that fares to a copper chest. A copper chest has 18 more slots. So it's between a wooden chest and a copper chest. Definitely worth having around. They take a little while to break, but I think they're super cool. I like everything about the applied energistics meteors. I'm not very good with the mod pack in itself, but the meteors are pretty cool. Now I want to see. We have that book already. We do. But I don't have a Thaumonomicon. Now I do. Actually, that can go upstairs. We might actually have that upstairs. This wood can get out of here. That's got a home. Bones have a home. I'll turn that into wool, I suppose. Sticks have a home. Everything else is either Thaumcraft or Britannia, I think. So, you know what? You know why that wasn't going in a place? Because I took the last of the sticks out. That's why I couldn't find the place it went to. And bones. That can go here. And that should pretty much get us to where we need to be. Now we'll get to this. So yeah, I'm gonna need another drawer for Skystone, I'm sure, but that is a-okay, because I will be using a lot of it on my next build. I'm not sure what I'm gonna build with it, but I tell you what, it's gonna be out of Skystone. And we'll go back into here, we'll grab what's left of that. It's almost, what is that, 48 stacks, almost. Very nice. And we have a lot of raw rubber, which will allow us to make more gears. I think next time you see an episode of this, I'm going to have 40 of those there crappy stone generators made. So we have plenty of room for, so we can make some of the better generators. Now that I have unlimited ender pearls, I'm thinking about making the ender generator, because I could do an ender generator and a lava generator, and it would be basically free. I use this pickaxe to do all the mining for the meteorite, so that's why it's leveled up. Let's go up here, and where's my little buddy at? I wonder where he got off to. I know if you go to another dimension, he won't come with you. So, but I didn't go to another dimension, so that shouldn't be an issue. Okay, let's see. Do we actually have a Thaumonomicon? We do not. Now we do. Bones, amber, or brains, amber, and the one air shard we got. I was saying that I'm kind of lacking in the shard department. I don't even have a stack of each yet. But I'm not overly worried about it, because I'm not getting into Thaumcraft right now. I'm thinking Britannia's my way to go. I still don't know where my little buddy is. I hope he teleports to me. So if I have to go back and find him, that's going to be a pain in the neck. Where have I been storing these? I know I have a bunch of them. Where the heck did I put them all? There you are. No, I put them in the tools crate. Okay. That kind of makes sense. Okay, let's let's sort out our Britannia stuff, and I guess we're gonna start working on Britannia, like, right now. What do I need? More than anything. Let's craft some of the simple stuff right off the bat. So, we're gonna need, Botania. We're gonna need, this guy. This is important. And this is a different recipe than normal. Does it have to be andesite? I think it has to be andesite. That might be a problem. Why would you do that to me? Why? What have I ever done to you? Diorite and cobblestone. Oh, jeez. Okay, so how do I make diorite? I think it's cobblestone and quartz. Yeah, okay. Still kind of figure out what the heck I ever did to this system to make me have to make andesite. I've never had to do that. It's always been a cosmetic block that I wasn't like really into. Like, I like diorite has an okay look, but I wasn't too fond of andesite, to be completely honest. So this is 4 of some metal and a stick. Alright. 1 stick, and we hop over here. For copper, because, well, copper is not as expensive to me as iron is at the moment. And now we need kind of chisel this too, which is even more of like insult to injury. But hey, whatever floats their boat, right? I need 2 slabs, and I also need to take this sink. Because that's going to be my infinite water source over on that side. Okay. So, bam, bam, bam. What do I have the most of? Seems like black ones. Looked like I was still missing a color or two, but that doesn't really surprise me. I rarely get them all in the first try. Like, it's very rare. These things are all made out of mana rock and living stone gem stuff. Oh, what? Why are they doing this? What have I ever done to them? That's like the story of my life. What have I ever done to you? What the heck is this? Okay, most of that stuff looks familiar. Let's go ahead and make, oh, we get the pot back. Great. Okay, I'm less angry. We can add that to our, wherever our Pam's Harvest Craft stuff is. There it is. We can add this guy to here. The strawberry needs to be planted. That's why, like, it's down, separate from the rest of the stuff. I remember I'm going to do that eventually. Now I need 5 gold, an ender pearl. Like, I don't need this right now, but I'm hoping I get to the point of making this episode, so I may as well do it, you know? No. Glad I at least checked it. How do I make blaze quartz? What the heck is this? Hey, how do I make quartz ingots? 6 quartz for 1 ingot? Oh, they really do hate me. That's pretty much that's the gist of this whole story. I am definitely hated. So, long story short, 5 gold makes this. I need gold, 7 gold nuggets, and I have 6. So I need 1 more of these. I got an eye. And then I gotta make that blaze eyeball thing. Blaze quartz, which seems like the only way to do it is quartz ingots, which takes 6 quartz a piece, and I need 8 of them. So that's 48 quartz just for one of those, well, 1 recipe's worth. I have almost 3 stacks, or a little over 3 stacks, so it's not, you know, horrible, but jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I guess, you know what, I'll be a little bit more sparing with my, with all my mana spreaders, I'll tell you that. I didn't grab blaze powder? And that gives us 4 of them, so we can technically make 4 Eyes of Ender. Oh, that's going to be a pain when I go to find the Nether Fortress, or the, Stronghold. Yeah, you know, I signed up for this, right? That's the moral of the story. Okay, so that'll get us that. That gets us a few things that we need early game. One last thing I want to grab is probably a pestle and mortar, which I'm not sure if is really needed at this point, but eventually I will need it, so I might as well do it now. What it actually requires is beyond me, because everything in this mod pack is different. Ooh, a mana tablet might be useful too. It takes a 1k ME storage component, which is pretty easy, except for it takes the logic processor, which takes a logic press and a silicon press, and I need the inscribers. So that's not going to happen for a little while. Not that I really need mobile mana at the moment anyway. So, pestle and mortar. That should be fairly simple. Oh my gosh. A stick, a plank, and a bowl. 1 stick. I got a plank. Put the bowls in here. I have bowls somewhere. I'm fairly... Wait. Not the food chest. Am I going to have to make more? I might... Maybe I don't have any. There they are. Okay, so I do have some. Perfect. So then this goes 1 stick, 1 plank, 1 bowl, 1 pestle and mortar. Alright, now let's get all this junk together and let's start making our area. I think that pretty much gives us the basic tools. And now with this super fast runway, I can actually this can actually not be horrible. I'm thinking I want to place this in the ground this time. Usually I put it I just stick it in a corner somewhere, but I think if I place it in the ground, it'll be less conspicuous. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put I put this guy... And if I go off a corner, it's going to look weird. Let's just, let's just do it this way. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to stick it like dead center. It was so indecisive. I think this is an even number on this stretch of the wall, so I guess it ain't going to really matter. I think we're going to stick it right there. And I think, like, I'm going to put the sink down here. So then it's not like, hey, look at me. You know, I like that better. Now, we're going to have to sleep because I wasted time, and it's already nighttime again. Which seems to happen very quickly in this mod pack. Like, I was working on those plants so freaking much, I tried to sleep every time it was nighttime, because somewhere in my base, mobs can still show up, and last thing I want to do is, like, be working on the plants and just get blown up. So, there's that. See, unlimited ender pearls, unlimited blaze powder, unlimited bones, awesomeness. I know I already said that, but I'm actually really proud of that. That probably took about 4 hours to get those 3 seeds to where they're at. Maybe not that much. I did the flower seeds and that at the same time. Or not the same time, but like back to back. So it might just feel like it took longer than what it did. So I'm missing yellow flowers, which happens quite often. I don't have a lot of these gray ones. So that kind of sucks. Okay, let's do... I actually have Botania stuff in my bag too, I think. Now, we'll work on that later. So I want to try to do this like I was explaining to you guys in the video that got corrupted. I was explaining to you guys I was trying to maybe do this in like a color coordination kind of thing. So like I have black, gray, light gray, white. And then I just do all the colors of the rainbow going this way. So I don't know where to start really. I guess red. Be like red. I don't really know like how it would go. Red, purple, pink? Like would that be like be red, purple, magenta, pink. I don't know. Red, purple, magenta, pink, and then I guess we'll do like dark blue, dark blue, light blue, cyan, green, lime green. Then the yellow would have to go somewhere. I'll pretend like it makes sense. So red, magenta, pink, and then black can go here. Add some gray, and then we'll do... What the heck? How did that just happen? I want that to be purple. Okay. Now, this setup, I wanted it to be, I guess, dark blue, light blue, cyan, dark green, light green. So, dark blue, light blue, cyan, dark green, light green, orange, orange. So, light green, yellow, orange, brown, and that almost looks like it makes sense. So, you got the monochromium colors, black through white, and then, you know, boom, because then it would go brown, then back to red, which probably not. It'd probably be like orange back to red, but then where the heck would I put brown? So Light green, yellow, orange, red, but brown's going to intersect there, and that's fine. I like that. We can live with that. Okay, now let's hop into our different bags that we have. Where is my... Where did he go? I'm going to have to go find him. Hopefully I didn't lose him. I don't think he had anything too important, but he got struck by lightning. I can't lose him. Like, I just can't. That's like, this is the first time I ever had one struck by lightning. Like, I knew what happened if they got struck by lightning because I read about it, but this is the first time I ever actually had one struck by lightning. So, like, I'm kind of excited. I forgot something important. I guess the best thing I can really do is make a boat and go out that way real quick. Let's grab seeds and put them in our inventory so we don't forget, because I will forget. We'll make a boat, head back over that way, and see if we can get him to at least spawn to us. Because I really would be upset if I lost him all of a sudden. And like I said, I know he doesn't do portals, but we're still in the overworld. We shouldn't have a problem. Another thing we're going to have to do is, like, I'm going to have to make sure I stop, like, 20 blocks prior to the actual, like, shore, because my boat will explode, and it'll say I'm there, but I'm not. And then, you know, that'll be upsetting. I'm wondering if it will show on the minimap if he has a marker. I never really paid any attention. Okay, we're coming up on land, so I better coal it a little bit, because otherwise it'll be like, hey, you wrecked. And I'll be like, you're a liar. There's a zombie. Right here's where I kicked off, right? So if he was here, he'd be here. Okay, just chill right there. I hope it didn't just randomly explode. I wonder if I put him in something, like I picked him up, and I stuck him in an inventory somewhere. It's possible, but I don't remember that happening. Yeah, this is where I set sail, so I imagine that if he was here, he'd show up here. You hear footsteps? Oh my gosh, there you are! What were you doing? I missed you. You thought I would just leave you here? Come on, let's go, little buddy. Okay. All was well with the world. So apparently he doesn't... So if you have a wolf in vanilla Minecraft, and you cross a large body of water, that wolf will stay on the other side of the water if it's too far for him to teleport across. And then you have to literally go back there to get him. Because I guess they can't teleport on water, so like it does some sort of glitch and they'll just be stuck. So I mean, if you pass a bunch of small islands that are so many blocks apart, he'll teleport from island to island. But if you cross like the entire ocean, then you know you'll you'll, did my boat break? Nope. Okay, it could stay there. Cool. Alright, let's, welcome back. So, he got charged by, I went over there to open up the different things that I had, at the beginning of the episode, like I usually do, like, hey, look at all this random loot bags, check it out. You know, I'd go and get them and open them. Well, I went over there to do a chance cube, and it turned into the isohedron thingy, the disco ball, and it, when it opened up, it dropped, I think it might have dropped a bag of holding, but it had, like, quartz pillars there from, like, when it transformed from the chance cube. And every time you broke the pillars, it did something random, like, one shot out a beacon, one shot me, like, 30 blocks into the air. Yes, I died. And then another one was, like, the other one did, like, it struck me with lightning. And he was standing beside me and got hit by the lightning, too. See, it's almost dark again. I'm telling you, there's gotta be, like, shorter days than this, too. But, like I said before, that is how I got my charged chesty thing. Now, how do I actually do this? The pure daisy is what? 4 white petals or 3 white petals? And a seed. Oh, no. No, this is a bunch of crap. That's better. Okay. Jeez. Can't jump over this? I didn't know it was a block and a half. That's wicked. Okay, now we have 2 pure daisies, which is gonna get us started out here. I think we're gonna just stick them right in line with this. We'll do 1, 2, right there. Now I need... Of course I forgot something. It's completely normal. I need a stack of wood and a stack of stone. And we might as well sleep the night away, so... All in all, we had to come back anyway. And it's a great time for a drink. I'm gonna have to go get some more. I'm almost out. Just water tonight, guys. Just water. I keep considering going and getting myself a drink, a real drink, a grown-up drink, but I have no... I'm lacking in the desire to actually go and do anything. So I plan to set up an automation for this. I would do it on camera, but I don't know how long it's going to take me to figure it out. This mod pack's a little wonky, so I think there's only one thing that breaks blocks, and it's through thermal. And I think it requires... let me just do thermal... terrain smasher? Yeah, breaks blocks. Simple enough. But it requires this device, pneumatic servo, which is made with iron chipsets and reinforced thrusters. And then the assembly table, so it's a big, huge thing I gotta do to make that happen. And I'm just not ready to do that. Do you mind? And this will get us living rock and living wood. And to be completely honest, with Vein Miner, it's not that big of a deal for me to just go and, you know, actually mine it. It's not like a huge deal. So we can put the white petals away. And once this is done, we're going to get making exo flames. And not that way we ain't. There we go. Exo flames. 2 red. Is that the right one? Is that the one that burns fuel for mana? I like hydrangeas, but they only last for so long. And I guess I could do the hydrangeas. Gorma lilies. Could have it set up to do food. Now these, I don't know if you can craft these. I think you have to find them. These last during the day, and they produce mana completely from thin air. That would be kind of cool, but they only last like 12 hours. That'd be a cool start off, but I have no yellow flowers right now, so I guess we're just not going to do that. I don't know what half these do. Sorleander. Is that like Soren? Like the dude, the direwolf's like, brother or something? I've only ever watched one of his videos. It was one where he was at Glacial Awakening. Oh yeah, and I did watch him with the newest mod testing thing. Yeah, that wasn't that big of a deal though. The explosion flower would be fun. I'm sure that would turn into a mess. This one is for a slime chunk, and I'm not sure if I'm in a slime chunk or not. It would help if I had the Lexia Botania and I can actually read. But let's set up another round of these because we're going to need it. I always try to keep the logs facing straight up, because I think it looks like the best. Like, I think it's aesthetically pleasing. It makes no difference. You can just place them any old way, but I kind of like doing it that way. I don't know why. Okay. So we're hopping in here, we're checking out mana for... Skip all this garbage, and let's... Video will be back soon, sorry. Yeah, I could care less about that. I want to see mana manipulation, generating flora. So the day bloom does daylight stuff. The night bloom does night, or the nightshade does nighttime stuff. This is the slime one. The munch do any leaves near the flower. Generates the form of natural energy that is mana. Should be a pretty good process when done via other living materials. By using the munch do, any leaves near the flower will get munched up and converted into mana. It's to note that though no saplings or any other items will be dropped from the leaves, this flower outputs a hefty amount of mana per tree eaten. However, after it finishes eaten all the available leaves, when left without any, it will take a break from doing so and will only be able to eat again after a bit over a minute. Which is kind of good, but it takes a rune, so I can't do those yet. I'm thinking we're going to set up a munch-do golem farm, maybe. That might be a thing. Well, I think we can do that. I'm not completely sure, because I'm not very good at this kind of thing, but I think that is a possibility. The endo flame is the one that I usually do. What's the exo flame then? The endo flame eats... Wait, that takes mana powder? the Endoflame takes mana powder? How am I supposed to get mana powder without mana? I mean, I can get mana, but that's kind of that's not that didn't always do that, did it? I guess the big question is, the only one I could really do for early mana generation would be the Daybloom then, or what about the Hydrangeas? I bet they take something too. Yeah, so it's pretty much gating you to do the mana, or the Daybloom and Nightbloom off the bat, but we don't have to worry about that. We're special. We can skip that. Experience points are a form of magic of sorts. The Rosa Arcana can tap into it and absorb the experience of players on the ground around it, turning it into mana. What the flower cannot do, however, is absorb raw experience orbs from the floor. It must first be gathered by a player. Okay. Yeah, it takes a rune, so that's not going to happen. Plus, I'm probably going to need my experience for something at some point. The Thermalily, Lava. Okay, so that does Lava, which is a very good possibility, something I might do. How do I make this guy? It's going to take a rune. It takes 2 runes. So that's not going to happen. Let's check out the Soren Flower. That should be kind of cool. If you have a Surefire of chicken or chicken byproducts, look no further. The Sorleander will devour any and all things chicken in the vicinity, chickens themselves included, while remaining totally disinterested in everything else. That's kind of hilarious. You know what? You know what's really funny? And I did the Survival Stories mod. I had a bunch of chickens that got in my Botania area, and they kept laying eggs on my altar. So like when I went back the one time, it was doing eggs in a circle, and I was like, I thought they were doing some sort of like cult thing. I was seriously concerned. I would definitely suggest you guys find that episode, watch it, because that was hilarious. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make Thermalilies, or Endoflames, because we're gonna skip a couple. We're gonna skip the Dayblooms because they're pretty low tech. We don't need that. So I need mana powder, which is redstone. I think it's only redstone. Let's take a look. Mana powder. It might be some other different powders, maybe. I might be able to throw like the dye and stuff in there, but we'll probably just use redstone because it's not like I'm hurting for redstone. Okay, I didn't see it. We're gonna go get redstone. Before we do that, let's set up another round of this stuff. Because we're probably gonna need it. And while we're messing around, I might as well keep the gravy train flowing, right? Is that a thing people say? Keep the gravy train flowing? I don't know if that's how... I don't know. That sounds good, though. We're going to go with it. But that's perfect timing, because now I can grab some redstone, hop in bed, and then come back and do the mana stuff. Now, I'm kind of curious if it will work with sulfur. Because if it will work with sulfur, I have a lot of sulfur. So we're gonna grab that, and then we're gonna grab redstone. I'm gonna need more than that. We'll grab a block of redstone and turn it into redstone. And let's take a little nap. And once again, I do apologize for the loss of the episode. I really, like, I was pretty upset about it. Like, I think I had a pretty good introduction and everything was doing halfway decent, and then that happened, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So, yeah. I do apologize. You know, it happens. So, hopefully this episode was entertaining. I was really gunning for something a little more exploration status, but there's really not much to see out there, like, this time. Like Like, mostly everything is there. I can't find a dungeon. Like, the best thing I can do is, like, find a stronghold or go to the Nether Fortress, and those two things are vanilla. Like, you're not really missing much. So we need a mana pool to begin with. And I'm going to need a mana spreader. Which I'm going to need a... Let's take a... I think we have a lot of black ones. I think black ones are the big popular one. And we'll make this guy. I think it's like that. It's like that. And now we're set up to start our mana production. So where do we want to put the actual mana production line? I think we're going to keep it somewhat... I want to make sure everything stays kind of in the open. Because like we can work on it. I can work on things better that way. And I think if I stick it like up on the wall, and I put the exo flames and I put the mana pole here, like it'll be okay. Like if I do like exo flames in a 5x5 pattern here, and I stick the spreader here, and I have the spreader put over here, we would be okay. But let's make more of this because I still need to get the wand I forgot about. So let's do. Let's do this. We're gonna make a wand. Usually I try to make it the colors I want, but for sake of time, we're just gonna go ahead and make it black, and for sake of time, we're not gonna choose colors. What? I'm using colors anyway. Just gonna make it black and green, which are my favorite colors. If you were curious, black and green are like the colors I usually go with when I pick certain things. I don't really show preference to things like that. Like I kind of avoid orange, and I don't really like. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I pretty much avoid orange. But I mean, colors in themselves, I don't really have a particular preference. A color is a color, you know. But when I was younger, everything I wanted to wear was green, black, or gray, or some combination of the three. And I apparently I was the red Power Ranger for Halloween once. I don't remember that ever being a thing, but they still have the costume, so somebody wore it. It's very possible because the red Power Ranger was like the main Power Ranger, I think. So it's very possible that I could have, but I just don't see that being. It's not really my style. It's not my style to want to be like a head honcho kind of guy. It's not my style to be like, I don't know, just not my style. Is that not gonna? There we go. So now if I set up the X endo flames here, we should be good. Now the magic that is going to make me mana so I can skip the other steps is this guy. This should give me automatic mana. Am I wrong about that? Do I need mana to get it started? Because that's going to be upsetting if that's true. Do I eat them? Do I right-click it? What about that mana in a bottle? Do I drink this stuff? Can I throw it in the thing? So many questions, so little time. No, that's not going to work. What happens if I drink it then? What did it do? I don't see, like, oh, man. I'm not gonna make it to the water. Oh, I'm invincible. Cool. I didn't die. Alright. So what is this? Does this just do something random every time I drink it? I'll tell you what it's not doing. Giving me mana. Oh, what is that? It's gonna go away, right? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Okay. Alright. That's alright. I kind of expected something like that to happen. Let's, put that back there. Alright, well, apparently I'm gonna have to make the day blooms. At least one. So let's go ahead and do that. So we got a bucket of water. And I can't make the day blooms. I don't have yellow. I can make the nightshade. I could make the floral powder. Why does it have to be complicated? What is this good for then? Let me see. Black Lotus. What if can I? No, it's not gonna let me do that. Alright, let's see here. An elusive flower by the name of the Black Lotus is known to exist. However, it does not grow or reproduce. Where they can be found or come from is not known. It is known, however, that it contains a strong amount of concentrated mana that can be released by putting it in contact with a mana pool that already has some mana in it. Just tossing it would... So I'd need mana to start. Oh, that's such crap. Alright, let's check out those mana flasks, because I'm a little curious now that I'm in the book already. What would that be under? Welcome to Botania. Runic Altar. Flower Pouch. I don't know what wrap is supposed to mean. Miscellaneous is probably what I'm looking for. Or mystical items. Let's do miscellaneous first. Phantom Ink is not what I'm looking for. Mystical items, maybe? That's a big old no. Maybe it's just a joke item. I was kind of considering that in the first place. So, alright, so that looks like that's going to be a problem. Let's see, I'm going to make a nightshade. 2 black, a gray, and a purple. 2 black, a dark gray, and a purple. I'm only going to need 1, because... well, that's all I'm going to need is 1. So, let's go into here, and let's get rid of... crafting station. That's not a crafting station. I have this thing, too. I'll have to read what that does. I forget. Let's just dump a bunch of this junk in here that we're not going to use immediately. We'll save the other mana flask for some other antics later on. But it's getting to be nighttime, so let's speed this up. 1 water. And, ooh, oh, it's already full water. What am I doing? Okay, is this some sort of joke? Now what did I do? Gray? Is that a magenta one? What a pain. Yep, it's magenta. That is such a pain. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Okay, you know what, guys? I'm trying to look like a noob. Like, that's what's going on here. Like, I am putting effort into being a noob. But anyways, let's just... I think this guy lasts for like 3 nights or something. Okay, it is connected. I just need to get a drop of mana in there. I guess that's probably all I'm going to get. It is getting mana, so it might take a little while, but as soon as I get a little bit in there, I can throw in these lotuses and we'll be set. This takes so long. I should have just made 2. I was going to. Yeah, well. I think it has to get all the way up to the top thing, and then it'll shoot a beam of mana. I guess until that, we can do more of the stuff. I have room for 1 more pure daisy, but I don't know if I want to do that. I could put 1 more and then have 3 more around, and I could do like... Then I just like mine 24 at a time. Wait, I want to see... What does it tell me if I try to put sulfur in there? Nothing. Alright. So let's do... 5. Alright, let's empty a bunch of the junk out. We're going to make our endo flames, and we're going to end up the episode. Because... Well, I ruined pretty much everything. Well, between me and the computer, I pretty much ruined everything that could be ruined for the last 2 hours of episodes. And it is all my fault. Somehow, some way. But, aside from that, we kind of managed to skip a step. Not really. I had to make the night blooms anyway. But, I kind of seen it coming, if we're being honest. I thought those black lotuses were automatic, short-fire ways of getting mana, but oh well. So I need 5 light gray, 5 red, 10 brown. So 5 red. Oh, no way. Can I do it with, if I have the flower petal, is it just bone meal? Floral powder gets all of them. But bone meal can just do a particular flower, right? Let's hope so. Okay, so I want to do this and this. I want to get this. Yay! Now I need shears. I'm an idiot. Luckily, I have a pair of shears, because, well, why wouldn't I? Yeah. I have pumpkins like every 5 blocks, or jack-o'-lanterns every 5 blocks, and I'm still getting, like, bombarded by monsters. I'm trying to think that if I stay, like, in the center, there'd be less monsters because of all the light. But nope. No such luck. Yeah, come on, guys. Okay. Now, looks like we're doing good now. Now it's raining. We're good. Just... Okay, 5 brown. Not giving up yet, guys. I have a total of 8 brown petals, so, you know, I'm not giving up yet. Where did they go? Oh. Do I have any bone meal left? I do not. And we'll need a bucket and some seeds. Alright. That... why? Why? Why is this happening? Better question is, where's the water coming from? Because I just bucketed it up. Okay, I guess there was 2 buckets? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Right. No, right-clicking plants it. Because that's... What am I doing here wrong? Why is this not working? Okay. That makes sense. You see, the game glitched, and that's why the water was still on the ground. Maybe. Yeah, something's glitching. Like, it's gotta be. Yeah. gotta add, you know how my life is. It's gotta add insult to injury. I had a fairly good episode last episode, so today had to be a complete freaking train wreck. That is right. I know I'm doing it right. So, I mean, two brown, gray, red. What? Okay, I'm not doing it right. So I was wrong. Let's see. For whatever reason, I got 27 gray ones, and I need two brown ones, in which I don't have, and I don't have any more bone meal on me. So we got to go back. Yeah, like I said, last episode I shot was actually fairly entertaining in my opinion. So, you know, it's only right that this one's a complete train wreck. Like, that makes sense to me. I probably should have just grabbed an entire stack of bone meal. But it's fine. I'm gonna, you know, do a bunch of this off camera. Make sure I have enough of all the petals. Acquire yellow petals. Which, you gotta make, floral fertilizer for that. Which I think, don't quote me, but I think it's, bone meal and 4 of any flower petals that are ground up. You grind up the flower petals into the colored powder, and you add bone meal to it, and it gives you floral powder. Okay. Now what am I doing wrong? We're probably going to end the episode on a bad note, guys. You know what I'm doing wrong? Forgot one of the ingredients. But we're probably going to end this episode on a bad note. Simply because it's just... nothing was to work right. And I know partially it's my fault, but the whole first, 10 mistakes was the computer's fault. Or the mod pack's fault. And it's irritating. It is irritating. By the way, if you get a bucket of water, and you add water to the thing, and then you shift right-click with an empty hand, just right-click, don't shift right-click, it can redo the recipe for you, so you don't have to sit here and do it over and over and over again. Word to the wise. But you only have, I don't know, like, so many seconds to actually do it, until it resets and you have to do it yourself. But, that's not that big of a deal, like, for being honest. Now, I don't really want to set these up, because one's going to go right here. But I guess I'll put the 4 down. But when this is dead, now I'm going to place this one here. I think these last for 3 nights. So, now I'll have that set up. I'm going to do probably a dropper thing with coal or something. I don't really know. But I figured doing it this way, I can set up some flower in this vicinity. And then I can set up another one here and do flowers in this vicinity. And then maybe one over here, and I can have the spreaders up on the wall so I can direct them wherever I decide might be a good place to direct them to. But, guys, I'm going to call it quits. Once again, I gravely apologize for anything you guys may have missed over the last couple of videos, due to I spent probably a full 6 or 7 in-game hours working on those seeds and working on the seeds for the farming here, these guys. So I probably spent a good 6 hours doing that, and then at the same time I was running gravel to my thing and putting coal in my machines and processing out a ridiculous amount of iron and gold to be able to get an episode working. And then, I wanted to go on an adventure to get all the different seeds or flower petals to do Botania, and it all turned into a giant... I can't think of an appropriate word, but, I mean, the adventure episode was supposed to be I go out, find flower petals, stumble across the dungeon, go through the dungeon, get some cool loot, and that was going to be the big, huge episode, and it turned into, I went out, found a bunch of flower petals, couldn't find any dungeons anywhere, and then the video got corrupted, and then I ended up doing a Botania video, for the most part, that went pretty horribly wrong. Like, if we're being completely honest, this video did not turn out the way it was intended, although, I don't think it was all that bad either, because I did get to show off all the stuff I did, and the next episode that I get into, I'll be far more organized, because this one I kind of just dove into. I did not plan this Botania thing at all. So, next one I think will be more set up. I'm going to have Botania kind of up and running, and I think we're going to get the basics of Thaumcraft up and going, and then I think we're going to get back to the quest line for a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. This mod pack's kind of confusing, because I would love to have flight. Probably more than anything, I would love to have flight, but let's see. The reinforced jetpack, the hardened jetpack's probably the hard one's a tier 2. The leadstone jetpack is a tier 1. Anyone else hear a zombie? Could have swore I heard a zombie. But okay. Leadstone jetpack is... okay. Flux crystals, which I have no idea how to get those blocks of lead. Fairly easy. Leather strap, fairly easy. This stuff, that's not horrible, but I still need the assembly table. So, I mean, to get a jetpack, the basic tier crappiest jetpack is going to take, like, a process. So, I mean, I was thinking of doing the pink elemental Botania armor would be kind of cool, with the fairy ring or whatever it's called. That'd be kind of cool, but Thaumcraft also offers a way to get flight, I'm pretty sure. But I think we're going to go through Botania. But for now, I'm going to call it quits. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time.